Well, good evening. I'm Dan, and right here
Hello.
is my lovely wife, Laura.
Oh, and there's Sherman.
And there's Sherman. Somewhere. I can't. Never mind. You'll hear more of him than you'll see of him. Now, obviously, we do morning show, so this means that we work all day long.
Yep.
Because we're here to show you how Laura makes her world-famous chili rellenos. It's nearly 9 o'clock at night on Thursday, and some of you have been asking, why don't you work on Friday morning? This is why we don't work on Friday morning. Okay, enough of that. All right, let's get to the main culprit here.
Okay.
This is Laura.
Culprit, huh?
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, Laura, take it away. We're making your world-famous chili rellenos.
Yes, I have been asked by several people to make the chili rellenos on a video so that I can show you how to do it. There's all kinds of great recipes. I would tell you to go to all recipes for just look up authentic Mexican chili rellenos, and you will find the recipe that I'm about to go through with you. Chili rellenos are hard, I have to tell you. I would prefer making 4 dozen tamales than I would making 6 chili rellenos.
I would prefer eating 4 dozen chili rellenos. That's just me.
It's a difficult recipe. You have to make sure that the oil, which is over here, I already have it heating up. The oil has to be very, very hot in order for these to come out okay. The other thing that's crucial is your egg whites, which I'm going to be beating right now, have to be very foamy. Otherwise, ingredients to doing chili rellenos. So, first of all, I'm going to show you how to clean your chilies, because if you're not familiar on how to clean your chilies, it's very crucial that you do a good job with these, because you have to make sure that you're not handling the chili too much.
I recommend soap and water.
No. So we'll come over here. Come over here. When you buy your chili from wherever it is that you buy it, we buy ours from Sickler Farms, from Eleanor Sickler, located on San Mateo, which is just a little bit south of Lomas. And the chilies that you out and expect to make chili rellenos, okay, the freezer breaks down the skin of the chili, and it doesn't work out so good. Okay, so the key thing that you need to remember is to make a good chili relleno. Do it as soon as you get your chili, and this is what it needs to look like. It needs to be a nice big chili with tough skin, and I'm going to show you how to clean it, because it's crucial that you're very careful on how you clean your chili for chili rellenos. You have to carefully peel it, very carefully. It's not just like the ones that you're bagging, because you don't want to break the skin in any way, shape, or form. If you break the skin, you'll have cheese running into your oil, and that's not what you want. So make sure that you peel it very carefully. And I would recommend putting aside a bunch of the chili, because you're going to wind up breaking a chili and you're not going to be able to use all the ones that you put aside. After you do that, this is the knife I use. This is my chili relleno knife. Okay, this is what you want. You want something that's got a sharp point, that's very narrow, because what you're going to do now is you want to cut it towards the top of the chili, because that is where your concentration of the seeds are. That's where most of your seeds are at. Okay, don't worry about the veins. The veins will make your chili very hot, so if you're concerned about the heat of the chili, that you're not going to be able to eat it, get mild, because if you pull these veins away from the skin of the chili, you're going to wind up with holes in your chili. You don't want to do that. You mainly want to clear out most of the veins.
That's why I always say, you're so vain. Leave it there.
Yes, dear. So that's what you want to do. Okay, so as you can see over here, I already have a bunch of chilies that I've already cleaned. I just saved a few so that you could see. It's crucial that you're very, very careful with these, again, because you don't want to make any kind of unnecessary punctures in the chili, because otherwise, like I said, you'll have chili all over your oil, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so just be very careful. It's okay if you don't get it all at the very top, that's fine. Just carefully peel it. And then what you want to do is just, again, make that incision towards the top. because that is where the majority of your seeds are at, and you want to get those seeds out of there. The seeds and the veins are what make your chili hot, so you want to make sure that you get those seeds as much as possible out of there. Again, if you're concerned about the heat of the chili, just buy mild, and that way you don't have to worry, because the vein is where a lot of the heat is going to be found. But again, you don't want to pull that vein off, because otherwise it is connected to the skin and you'll wind up getting you'll mess up your chili. So here we go again. Peel it off. And if you mess up, and if you happen to make an incision that's not where you want it to be, or you happen to make a hole, that's okay. Just use that chili for what you're bagging, and that's all you have to do. Again, just carefully cut it. And again, take out the seeds. And there's Sherman.
Diligently waiting for chili rellenos to be served.
Okay, so once you get all your chilies all nice and cleaned out, you know, it's okay, there's still some seed in there. So now I have all my chilies. They're ready to be made into chiles rellenos. And what you want to do is you want to drain as much of the water out as you can. Some recipes tell you to dry them with paper towels and stuff like that, mainly because when you put them into the oil, you don't want a lot of splattering.
Yep.
What I do is, if you'll notice, my pan that I have the oil in, it's a deep pan with the oil at the bottom, so if there's splattering, it's not going to cause that much of a problem. If if you're the type of person that doesn't like oil all over the place, which, by the way, make sure you're wearing an apron or clothes that you don't care that you're going to get splattered on, because you will get oil on you, I promise. So make sure that you're very careful with that. So these are all my chilies that we're going to make. So I'm going to put those to the side. So now what I have to do is I put about a cup of flour into a flat bowl. You want to do kind of a long flat bowl because you're going to have to put your chili in the flour. And what I do is, I wish I could tell you that I measure this. I don't. Well, I just kind of sprinkle a little bit of garlic salt and some regular salt and some pepper, and that'll just be kind of, I cook like a typical Hispanic. I do not measure anything. And then once you just put garlic, salt, and pepper, and then you just mix it. Just mix it up. And again, if you'll notice,